Hello everyone, so we're back and now we're going to study about the spherical mirrors. Now under the spherical mirrors, we have the concave and the convex mirrors. Now in our previous video, nag-study kita kung paano ang light rays mag-hit or mag-reflect sa plane mirror. Now this time, ilan tawon ta naman kung paano ang light rays mag-reflect in a spherical mirror. Okay, but before that, let us get to know first what are the different parts of the sphere as we deal with the convex and the concave mirrors. Now, kung lantawon niyo diri sa screen, we have here the mirror. So, sa ini nga mirror, nag-create kita dira sang sphere para mabalaan ta kung diin ta na siya i-locate ang different nga parts. So, first, we have there the C at the center. So, that is the center of curvature. Again, that is the center of curvature or the center point of the sphere. Okay. Now, the distance between the center of curvature up to the edge of the sphere is called as the radius of curvature. Kumbaga, sa circle, pabala siya ni ang radius. Okay? Next, we have here the big letter F. So, this is for the focal point of the mirror or lens. Now, there are some resources nga ginagamit nila focus. So, hindi ka mo ma-confuse kay si focus kag si focal point parehas na sila nga duwa. Related na sila nga duwa. Now, how will you able to determine kung diin ang location ni focus or ni focal point? So, you need to know the focal length in order for you to identify kung diin na siya si focal point or diin na siya si focus. Okay, so there, in order for you, of course, man, nga para mabalaan kung pila ang imong focal length, all you have to do is to divide the radius sa kay 2. So, radius divide 2 and that is equal to the focus or focal length. Okay, focal length kali, I'm sorry, not focus. So, for the focal length, will give you the idea to where the focus is located. So, muna siya. Okay, so I hope na clear lang siya. Okay. Now, moving on, let us have here the concave mirror. So, concave mirror meaning naka-cave in. Okay. So, by the way, in a concave mirror, always remember that the light rays in this mirror are converged, meaning they come together or they meet with each other. Okay? So, gatipo na di sila yatanan ng aton yung mga light rays. And if you can see there, we have here the horizontal line. So, this is the imaginary line. This will be our basis para mabalaan ta kung ano man nga type of image ang makreate using the concave mirror. Okay? So, there. Now, let us take a look what will happen to the light rays as it hits the concave mirror. So, there it is. Now, kung lantawon naton, we have here the incident rays. So, once they hit the concave mirror, nagtipon or nag-converge sila. Diin sila nag-converge, diin sila nagtipon. Diri sila nagtipon sa may focal point. Okay? That is where those light rays or those reflected rays converge or meet with each other. Okay. Now, what if you miss may mga object kuya miss nga ibutang sa tubangan sang concave mirror? Paano ko na siya ma-determine? Paano ko na siya ma-determine kung ano ang matabo sa light rays? Okay. So, here it is. We have there the candle and we have here the concave mirror. Okay? So, please take a look. Please take a look here on our example, on our illustration here on the screen. Now, kung lantawon nyo diri, we have here the focus or the focal point, which is nearer ni siya sa mirror. Mas near siya sa mirror compared to the object. Intindihan? Mas lapit ni siya si focal point sa mirror kumpara kay object. Another. Paano ko na siya mabalaan nga concave mirror na siya? Okay, everybody listen. Always remember nga ikaw ang object. Ikaw ang object. Okay? And then, si cave. Ikaw, makadto ka sa kuweba. Ikaw si cave girl, ikaw man si cave boy. O, let's say, ikaw ni ang object. Mabala mo na siya nga concave mirror ang imo ginagamit if kung amo ni ang kuiba, ara ka sa sulod sang kuweba. Intindihan? Concave mirror na siya. Bisan balis ka dun ta pa na siya, kung ikaw ni ang object, kinanglan ara ka giniya permi sa sulod sang kuweba. Intindihan? Okay, so take note nyo da siya. Amo na sa nga mabalaan yung concave mirror na siya. Okay. Now, sige. I-erase ni siya ni Miss. Now, let us try to plot the light rays on the our diagram here. Okay, so di ba hamba kagina ni Miss, mas lapit ang focus kumpara sa kay object, sa kay mirror. Now, anong matabo sa aton nga light rays? So, here it is. So, if you're going to take a look there on our first light ray, we have here the incident ray. So, si incident ray ni, for our first light ray, it is parallel. This is parallel to the optical axis. Again, this is parallel to the optical axis. And then, what happens to the reflected ray? Si reflected ray naton is nag-bend siya. Nag-reflect siya or nag-bounce back. Wala siya gali nag-bend. Nag-bounce back siya gali. Nag-bounce back siya and nag-agi siya kay focal point. Again, nag-agi siya kay focal point. So, amo ni siya mag-plot sang aton nga ray diagram. So, we have here the incident ray which is first parallel and then as it bounced back, ang reflected ray now is aligned to the focus or the focal point. Gets lang? Okay, so we have there straight, tiko. We have there the pattern. Next, for our second light ray, here it is. So if you're going to take a look on our light rays, ang second light ray ta is that ang aton nga incident ray is now aligned to our focus or focal point. And then for our reflected ray, it is now parallel to the optical axis. Okay, so anong pattern ta? Straight, tiko, tiko, straight. Intindihan? Straight, tiko, tiko, straight. Ano ang tandaan? Tanan nga gatiko, once maglabay sila pakadto sa mirror or pahalin sa mirror, nagalabay gina sila sa may focal point. Basta nagatiko sila. Okay? Once gani magtiko ang aton nga light rays, it can either be incident or reflected ray, maagi na sila permi kay focal point. Okay. So, dira sila nag-agi. And if you're going to take a look on the reflected rays, lantaw sa reflected rays lang ha, ang reflected rays naton kinanglan, mano sila matabuay, nag-converge diri ang aton nga reflected rays. Okay. Since dira sila nag-converge nga duwa, meaning, dira ta man na makita ang aton nga image. Okay, dira ta na malocate ang aton nga image. Kung diin nagtabuay ang duwa ka reflected ray, dira makita ang image. Infinihan. Okay, so ano to ganing pattern? Straight, tiko, tiko, straight. Intindihan? So, ang tanan nga ga-arrow back, mga reflected rays. Tanan nga arrow nga gakadto sa mirror, they are all incident rays. I hope that it's clear. Okay, so there. Now, everybody please take a look here. Please take a look on the image formed by the concave mirror. Now, ano to ganina na hambal ni Miss? Mas lapit si focus kay mirror kumpara kay object. Now, ano ang natabo sa aton nga image? Kung lantawon ta, the image is located below the optical axis. Again, this is located below the optical axis. Okay, and what else? Okay, since located siya sa dalom ng optical axis, if you're going to take a look on it, it is inverted. So, ano na siya nga type of image ang ginhimo mo? Or ang na-create na-create ng aton nga concave mirror. This is inverted. Okay. What else? The image is smaller compared to the object. Again, the image is smaller compared to the object. Now, what happened to the image? It reduced. It reduced. Okay. Next. Always remember, in mirrors, always remember nga kung diin gani ang object, real na siya nga part. Intindihan? Kung diin gani si object, amo na siya ang real na part. Kung diin gani ang opposite ng object, virtual na siya sa mirror. Okay? Kung diin gani si object, real na siya. Kung diin gani ang sa piyak sang object, virtual na siya. Okay. Now, if you're going to take a look here on our diagram, we have here the image which is located on the object's side. This is located on the object's side. Therefore, this image is real. Okay. So, aside from nabutang siya sa object side, ano pagid ang palatandaan para maging real ang object? I mean, ang image. Ano pagid ang palatandaan para maging real ang image? Paano mabalaan mo nga real ang image? You have to check if it is inverted or not. If the image is inverted, automatically, it is understood nga real na siyang object. Ang image, rather. Again, if the image is inverted, automatically, it is understood that the image is real. Intindihan? So, kinanglan may coincide na siya. Sa mirror ta ha, kinanglan ma-coincide na siya. Inverted, real, object side. Amo na siya permi ang tandaan para mabalaan mo nga real ng imong object. Okay? So, there. So, that's for our concave mirror. And on our example here, we have the focus or the focal point, which is nearer to the mirror compared to the object. Okay, I hope that it's clear. Okay, now let's move on to our next example. On our next example here, we have here the focal point, which is farther to the mirror, which is farther from the mirror compared to the object. Again, on our second example, we have here the focal point, which is farther from the mirror compared to the object. Now, what will happen to our image and how can we plot our ray diagram using this second example? So, here it is. Same pattern ang i-follow. Straight, tiko, tiko, straight. Naintindihan? Straight, tiko, tiko, straight. Okay. Now, on our first incident ray, it should be parallel to the optical axis. Okay? It should be parallel to the optical axis, and for the reflected ray, it must be aligned to the focal point. Okay, how about the second light ray? We have straight tiko, ang sa second nga pattern, tiko, straight. So, matiko, straight kita dira. Now, take note that the light rays will hit the mirror. So, hindi siya pwede nga mag-atras siya. So, ano ni siya nga itong di nga light ray incident na diho? Nag-hit da siya sa mirror. May igo gina siya sa mirror. Pero, kung nantawon nyo, it should be aligned to the focal point. At ganihang baka gina ni Miss, tanan migatiko kinanglan naga-align kay focal point. Okay? So it should be aligned to the focal point. And we have here the reflected ray, which is now parallel to the optical axis. So straight, tiko, tiko, straight. I hope that it's clear. Now, on our second example here, if you're going to take a look on our example, wala kita diri sang may nagtabuay nga light. Diba? Wala sang may nagtabuay nga light rays. Okay, so paano kita maka-form sa image? Now, this time, we're going to extend the reflected ray. So, take note ha, si reflected ray lang ang may karapatan mag-extend. Okay? So, we have here the reflected rays. Again and again, si reflected rays lang ang may karapatan mag-extend. Wala na daga-extend ang incident rays. Okay. Now, what are these extended rays nga nasa broken line? They are the sight rays, if you can still remember. They are the sight rays. These are the extended reflected rays. Now, if you're going to take a look here on the sight rays, may nagtabuay na din nga duwa ka light rays. Okay, may nagtabuay na nga duwa ka light rays. Okay. So, kung diin na siya gani nagtabuay, dira ma-create ang aton nga or ma-form ang aton nga image. Now, in our example here, we have here the image which is located above the optical axis. And kung lantawon nyo siya, wala na siya yagabaliskad kundi nagatindog ni siya. So, meaning, ano ang aton nga image? It is upright. Upright ni siya. Okay, next. By the way, before I forget, there are some resources wherein instead of using the term upright, they use the word erect. So, hindi na siya mga lain-lain erect, ha? Okay ka lang. Hindi na siya lain-lain erect. Okay. So, here it is. So, we have the erect or erect. Or erect. So, nagatindog ni siya, ya. Nagatindog ni siya above the optical axis. Okay. Next, please take a look here on our image. The image is bigger or larger than the object. So with that, it means the image is enlarged. Enlarged. Wrong spelling. How? Enlarged. May A pa siya dapat. Okay. Enlarged. Okay. Next, we have here the image which is located on the opposite side of the object. Again, the image is located on the opposite side of the object. So, because of that location, and if you can see here, naga-upright ang aton nga image, therefore, this is a virtual image. Basta gani class, basta ang imo nga image nga na-form is on the opposite side of the object and it is upright or erect, meaning virtual na siya. So, this is the type of image nga na form naton using our second example. And on our second example here, take note, we have here the focus or the focal point which is farther from the mirror compared to the object. So, I hope that it's clear. Okay. So, na-form ni siya ang aton nga virtual image because of the sight rays which converged. Okay? Okay, so I hope that it's clear. Okay, so now it's your turn. It's your turn to plot your ray diagram. So on your papers, on your iPads, on your notebooks, on your scratch papers, please try to draw your ray diagram. So please pause the video and please try to do it on your own. Okay, and here it is. This is for our example. Okay. So, amo niyo siyang inyong nga image. Okay. So, we have here the object and this is for the image. So, what type of image ang ginhimo niya? So, we have there the inverted, what else? This is reduced because this is smaller compared to the object. Therefore, it is reduced. Okay. And lastly, this image is located on the object side. So, meaning this is real. Okay. So, this is for our concave mirror. Okay. Now, let's move on to the convex mirror. So, paano ta mabalaan nga convex mirror na siya? So, according to this, it is curved out. So, kagina, di ba, sa concave mirror, ang taho or ang object is ikaw. So, kinanglan ara ka sa sulod sang kuweba. So, this time, nantawon ta later on kung ano na siyang matabo. But before we see kung diin ta na siya i-plaster ang aton nga object, so let us take a look first kung paano ni siya mag-diverge ang light using the convex mirror. Kaysa converge, sa concave gali, naga-converge. Sa kay convex, naga-diverge naman di siya. Okay. So, here are the light rays. So, once the light rays will hit the convex mirror, nagalapta, naga-scatter, naga-diverge. Okay? So, there. Okay. Now, if you're going to take a look on these light rays, specifically on the reflected rays, if you're going to extend those reflected rays, they are all aligned to the focal point. Again, they are all aligned to the focal point. Si kinanglan, wala tayo dahil kapag gusto lang niya nga pagwagwaunta na siya. Ili niya, huntagin na siya permi sa focal point. Na-gets lang? Gets na gets? Okay. Next. So, paano ta mabalaan kung diin na siya or paano ta na siya mabalaan kung convex or concave mirror na siya? So, kung kagina kay concave mirror, ikaw nga taho ka, ikaw nga object ka, kinanglan ara ka sa sulod sang kuweba. Now, for the convex mirror, nagwa ka na sa kuweba. Intindihan? Nagwa ka na sa kuweba. Ari ka na ho. Ari ng kuweba ho, nakagwa ka na. Convex mirror na siya. Bisan balis ka doon, pa na siya class. Ari ka di ho. Basta nag-convex mirror ka na, hindi ka na magsulod sa kuweba. Pero tandaan nyo na bisan ano matabo sa kalibutan, ang focal point, ara gina sa permi sa sulod sang kuweba. Hindi na siya madura sa sulod sang kuweba. Bisan ikaw, magwa ka na sa kuweba, mabilin, gina niya permi si focal point sa sulod. Intindihan? Okay. So, there. Sige, ma-erase lang si Miss. Okay. So, how can we plot our ray diagram using our convex mirror? So, here it is. Okay. So, same man gihapon ang pattern. Straight, tiko, straight. Kung kagina kay concave mirror, straight, tiko, straight. This time, kay convex mirror, straight, tiko, straight man ang gihapon. Now, paano ni siya? Please take a look here on our first incident ray. For our first incident ray, this is parallel to the optical axis. And take note, hindi ni siya maglusot ang aton nga light. Why? Because we are having here the reflection of light, not the bending of light. Okay, so nag-reflect, nag-bounce back ang light. Pero ang reflected ray ni naton, kung i-extend ta ni siya, nakalinya ni siya sa aton nga focal point. Para siya ho, straight, tiko, lantawon siya, naga-align ni siya sa kay focal point. Nandiyan? Okay, next. Tapos naton ang straight, tiko, straight naman ta. For the tiko straight, erase na siya ni Miss para makitaan nyo ha. For the tiko straight naman, for our second light ray, kinanglan ng aton nga incident ray must be aligned to the focal point. So, kung i-extend ni siya, kung i-extend na siya, naga-align na siya kay focal point class. Wala na siya pinagusto, tiko-tiko lang. Okay? So, nag-a-align na da siya. Pasensyahin nyo lang kay wala si Miss Ruler. Okay. So, kung lang tawon nyo, nag-a-align na da siya kay focal point. Hindi na siya pwede nga wala da siya ga-align. Okay, so ara siya, oh. Ma-align, ginada siya kay focal point. Okay. So, straight tiko. Align kay focal point, and then straight. Parallel to the optical axis. Okay. So, kaksunta na siya. Miss nga kakas mo to siya, Miss How, para i-show ko lang to yung broken line para mapakita ko sa inyo nga dapat nag-a-align na siya kay focal point. Na wala ta na da siya, ginamagic-magic lang. Okay? Sige. Now, kung lantawon ta sila nga duwa, di ba? Wala sang may nagtabuay or wala sang may nag-cross nga duwa ka light ray. Naglapta lang sila pero wala may nag-cross. So, paano kita makakreate sang image kung wala sang may nagtabuay nga light rays? So, what will happen is, we are going to extend the reflected rays. Again, we're going to extend the reflected rays. Okay? So, here are now our sight lines. May mga sight lines na kita dara, ang mga broken lines ngayon. So, kung lantaw mo ta sa sight lines naton, may nagtabuay na gidman nga light rays. And those are the sight lines, to be specific. May nagtabuay naman gid nga mga linya ang ating sight lines. So, kay dira sila nagtabuay, meaning, dira taman na makita ang aton nga image. This is where the image of the convex mirror is located. Intindihan? Okay. Now, with this image, what type of image was formed? Okay. Now, kung lantawon ta, the image is located above the optical axis, meaning this is upright or erect. Upright. Okay. Oh, pasensya nyo lang agad, Miss. Okay, next. The image is smaller compared to the object. Again, the image is smaller compared to the object. So, meaning this is reduced. Okay. And next, the image is located on the opposite side of the object. Again, the image is located on the opposite side of the object. So, therefore, this is virtual. Virtual. Paano ko pagid miss mabalaan nga virtual na siya? If the image is upright or erect, meaning it is a virtual image. Okay? So, wala labot nga ara siya sa opposite sides ng object. Kaya itong, ang isa pagida nga para mabalaan mga virtual na siya kay tungod upright or erect ang iya nga image. Naging create. Kumbaga, above siya the optical axis. Okay? So, that's it. And please take a look here, by the way, on our illustration, on our diagram. So, we have here the focus, or the focal point, which is nearer to the mirror compared to the object. Okay? Mas lapit si focus kay mirror compared kay object. Now, ang iyang image nga na form is upright or erect, reduced, and virtual image. Okay. Now, let us try to have another, let us try to make here our ray diagram. Okay, so what will happen to the ray diagram? So, please pause the video and try to make your own ray diagram. Okay, so here it is. So, we have here we have here our image which is created. So, kung nantawon nyo, so, do hindi man siya gyapon maglayo ang distance ni focal point kini object from the mirror. But then, anong natabo sa image? Okay? Anong natabo sa image? Bisan anong makinatabo, class, ang image sang convex mirror will be always upright or erect, reduced, and virtual. Amo gina siya permi. So, paano yun ginhimo? So, we have the straight, tiko. Naka-align kay focal point. Tiko, straight. Si tiko ni ga-align kay focal point. Okay, align na siya kay focal point. Wait lang yung sulat ni Miss. Okay. So, there. Now, we have here the light which converged on the opposite side of the object. These are the sight lines. Okay, so here are the image. Or here is the image. Sorry. Okay, so there. This is for our convex mirror example. Okay, so I hope that everything is clear, and I hope that you just understand on how to plot rays on our ray diagram.